Welcome back to WrestleMania. Coming at you with another video. Um, WrestleMania Night 1 just went out, and if you read the title, it was kind of disappointing. I'm not gonna hold you. There was only like, I, I think maybe 2 or 3 good matches, but let's get on into it. We're gonna first start off with the first match on the card: the Rhea Ripley versus Bianca Belair. Becky Lynch match. Goddamn, stupid. Um, Rhea Ripley retained. That's good for her. This match had the potential to be the best match, well, at least one of the best matches on the card. But the thing is, it was too short and it was too slow. Not a bad match, but it was just way too slow. Like not way too slow, but just too slow. And I feel like that they should have sped it up a little bit. Like, so, yeah. So for my rating on this match, probably a solid 7 out of 10. Not bad, but not great. It was just like eh. Then we go to the tag team match, which I feel like is probably one of the coolest matches of the night. Um, there was a spot where what's his name, Johnny Gargano hit Pete Dunne's head through a table outside of the ring, and it was spectacular. Now, my only problem with this match is that Austin Theory and Grayson Waller won the SmackDown tag titles when I wanted DIY to win, or at least Newcastle Republic to win. Because I feel like no one cares about Austin Theory and Grayson Waller anymore. Like, Vince tried shoving Austin Theory down our throats, and no one liked him for no reason. Like his character just sucked, and no one cared for it. And I feel like they're trying to force Grayson Waller and Austin Theory down our throats. But R-Truth and The Miz got to win this tag team championships. Thank God. And let's go for the next match. I think the next match was this match. It was either this, yeah, the tag team match. I'm not gonna hold you. Oh wait, I forgot to give the ring. I give this match like an 8 out of 10. It was actually no, an 8.2 out of 10. It was very great, and I highly recommend it. If you're watching WrestleMania Night 1, I highly recommend you watch that ladder match. For this tag team match, I'm not even gonna lie. I did not give a fuck about the rivalry. I don't care about. I do not care. I do not give one shit about Andrade. And the match was mid. It was just, eh. Like, like there was no pop. The only time there was technically a pop is when people will boom Dominic Mysterio and maybe Rey Mysterio, but that's about it. If we go to the 6-woman tag match, I already know this match was gonna be uninteresting as hell. The only interesting part about this match was Jade Cargill. I think WWE probably dropped the ball with Naomi ever since her return, because it's like she been an uninterested thing. She just got put in a rivalry with Damage Control. And I feel like the Kabuki Warriors should have been at least defending their tag titles in the pre-show. Bianca been feuding with Damage Control for about a year now, so it's like the rivalry got stale. And the only cool part about the match was really Jade Cargill, and she came in like late match. And then the match ended short, so it was like, yeah. So I gave it like a 6 out of 10, solid 6. And I think the next match was Jay and Jimmy Uso. And I'm not gonna hold you, this shit was underwhelming as hell. For me, at least. I don't know about any of y'all. But it was filled with super kick, and that's about it. And Jay just won. Like, okay, I'm glad Jay won. I don't have a problem with that. But it's like, bro, that's it. That could have been probably the best match on the card. It's Jimmy and Jey Uso. I feel like if they had more time, that WWE wouldn't drop the ball with them. But yeah. Then the next match, which I feel like was, for me personally. Oh right, I keep forgetting to rate these matches. I give it a Probably like a six. Nah, that's too low. A 7.2. It wasn't that bad, but it just ended too fast. Um, Now it's time for Gunther versus Sami Zayn, and I'm not gonna hold you. This probably was the best match of the night, at least for me. Sami Zayn won the Intercontinental Championship. Now I'm a little bit biased about that because I'm glad Sami won, but he doesn't really need the Intercontinental Championship. But I do think he's gonna lose it to Chad Gable. But I feel like Chad Gable should have won against Gunther because since the whole family thing. But I guess Triple H realized is he can't just forget about Sami Zayn. So Sami won the Intercontinental Championship, and I think this was the most emotional match of the night. Before in the entrance, oh yeah, Jay Uso had Lil Wayne in his entrance. But before the entrance, Sammy was talking with his family, and they was telling him that he got this. Then, then he went up to Chad, and Chad told him he did this alone, and he's going to do this alone. And then we saw Kevin Owens and Sami Zayn, and they hugged it out. And Kevin said, I forgot what he said, but it was something very emotional. Like, and I feel like that's probably the most emotional match. Now, the tag team match, luckily for me, wasn't underwhelming. It started off slow, but once it started to pick up, I feel like it was probably one of the best matches. They went into the crowd. Cody rock bottomed The Rock onto a table. So I'm not gonna lie, Seth sold the shit out of that match. I mean, out of Cody. If you're looking at it, like Seth showed the absolute dog shit out of Cody Rhodes. Rock and Roman picked up the win, and I kind of got mad, but I'm not. I'm gonna be honest. I can't let my crybaby side take over. This match, I actually liked it. Wait, did I rate the Sami Zayn? I said I gave it like, yeah, I'll give the Sami Zayn Gunther like an 8.9, and this match at 8.5. Night one as a whole, it wasn't that bad, but at the same time, it wasn't a WrestleMania like level night. It just felt like a normal, how do I say, a normal pay per view or a normal Monday Night Raw or SmackDown. It just didn't live up to the hype. And when you're looking at night one, it's like it has all the more interesting matches with all the more interesting rivalries. I think the only matches and only rivalries that are interesting on night two is Seth versus Drew, AJ versus LA Knight, and Roman versus Cody. I think that's it. No one's really caring about that triple threat anymore. So for WrestleMania, and I'm not gonna lie, there was no point in putting Andrade in this shit. Like he was pretty good, but I feel like they just should have kept. And then some football players came in and helped them. So as a whole, WrestleMania Night 1 last year was much better than WrestleMania Night 2, Night 1 this year. And hopefully WWE doesn't drop the ball on Night 2. Like this just feels like a normal pay-per-view, not like WrestleMania. Even as a whole, when you're looking at the rivalries and the build-up, none of it says WrestleMania. Maybe except for Cody and Roman. And Cody Seth versus Roman and Rock. Right? That's the only thing I feel like was WrestleMania hype. And that ladder match. Sami Zayn getting his moment against Gunther, it's probably going to be ruined by the fact that Sami doesn't need this title. He needs a world title. And yes, I know. When we say, why can't you just be happy for Sami? It's not that I'm not happy for Sami. I'm happy for Sami. I am. I'm genuinely am. I'm glad that he finally gets his moment after all this time. But it's like, does he really need to win more than Chad? And like I said, I'm a little biased on this. So I'm happy for Sami. But at the same time, I'm like, does he need it? Like, I'm glad they didn't just let him, because I'm not gonna lie, he was getting cut by Gunther. And I'm good.
You good?
Yes.
How about wrestling?
Good.
Can I watch it when?
Yes. I'm making a vid. I'm making a vid. I'm making a vid.
Oh, my bad.
Doing my right shit. Oh my god, sorry about that. But like I was saying, the Sammy needed. Um, I'm not gonna lie. For this 6-man tag match, well, 6-woman tag match, I feel like they just wanted to put Dakota Kai and Jade Cargill. Like they was like, I think Dakota Kai deserves to go to WrestleMania, and I think Jade Cargill deserves. I'm not even gonna lie. The way she was wrestling as a whole, Jade Cargill needs some more work, in my opinion. She was wrestling pretty good, but like she was just doing big power moves, and that was it. Like then, yeah. um, like I said, as a whole, this WrestleMania night one could have been so much better. And here's how I would have done it. Rhea Ripley versus Becky Lynch should not have been the first match on the card. Instantly, it was the first match, and I feel like that was the only reason why it didn't get as much time as it needed. But it actually got a lot of time for being the first match on the card. I think, yeah, it got more time than that. Rey Mysterio and well, Andrade versus Santos Escobar and Dominic. It got more time than I think, like maybe 2 or 3 of these matches. So yeah, I think he got more time than the Jey Uso versus Jimmy Uso match. So it had the opportunity to cook. It's just they just have Rhea being too dominant. It should have been like that Charlotte Flair versus Rhea last year, and we got all the way. That was top tier. I'm not gonna lie. I feel like I was too focused on the fact that Seth Rollins and Cody Rhodes versus Rock and Roman was gonna make this the biggest and best match of all time. But for the best match, you would think they would go all out. They did not go all out. Like, but for majority of these matches, it felt like I was watching a normal pay per view on a normal day. It didn't feel that WrestleMania vibe. It didn't give me that special type vibe. The only matches I thought gave me that vibe was Sami Zayn versus Gunther, that 8-pack tag match, and for the last bit, this tag team match. That's the only. This match was too underwhelming, in my opinion. They had every opportunity. I'm just leave it alone. I gotta go to sleep. My head's starting to hurt. I got myself too wrapped around the fact that Seth and Cody lost, even though I knew they was gonna lose. But that's okay. Hope you guys enjoy. So, out.